Have you ever not started something because you were afraid it might not work out? You were afraid you won't know how to do it, or you weren't sure where to start. You felt overwhelmed and unsure because you might fail. Fear of failure might hold you back from writing a new song because you fear it might flop, or it might hold you back from starting a YouTube channel or posting on TikTok. Fear of failure might even hold you back from doing any of the awesome, wonderful things you are made to do. Welcome to Motivational Mondays with your host, Red. I hope this uplifts, inspires, and transforms you to live better than best. Now, let's dive in. Welcome back. It's Red Wallace, your mindset coach here at Better Than Best Academy. Have you joined our community of champions yet? It's my exclusive Facebook group for Christian creatives. It's really for anyone who wants to get consistent encouragement and support while going after your dreams and goals. If you want to join, just click the link in the description. I want to share with you a story about this guy that had dreams of joining the military, but ended up being an ambulance driver. But that proved to be a blessing in disguise because he gained his first recognition when his sketches on the ambulance were published in the Army newspaper. After a year, he joined as a cartoonist, but he was fired within a year for lack of creativity, imagination, and no good ideas. He went on to start his own business along with a fellow cartoonist, which turned out to be a dead end. He now joined another agency and left them due to conflict of interest and thought. Then he started his second business with more animation artists and made short cartoons with the name Laughograms. That too had to be dropped for good thanks to their company going bankrupt. He faced all of these before the age of 22. Next, he decided to step into Hollywood with his brother. He created the Oswald and Alice cartoon series, which turned out to be a successful and life-changing moment. Yet again, he faced another challenge after his fee was reduced when he wanted a raise. This led to him leaving his job and losing the contract for his invention, Oswald. This now sad and lonely guy had yet another shot with a new cartoon character, and the most popular one, it was a mouse, and was started with little reception, blew up once he had this idea to add voices to this cartoon. By then, he had faced every setback in his career. He knew how to face failure and ventured into various ideas without the fear of failure. The idea of his new park was an instant sensation and the dawn of theme parks everywhere. This inspiration story is none other than Walt Disney. It clearly shows don't be afraid of failure. What would have happened if Walt didn't try because of failure? Well, we wouldn't have one of the greatest companies and theme parks in the world known as Disney World and Disneyland. Fear is pretty common emotion, but fear of failure is when we allow fear to stop us from doing things that would help us to achieve our goals. We might even sabotage our own efforts because we are so afraid of what other people might think of us if we fail. There are plenty of literatures on this topic, but rarely does it take what God says about it. Well, today let's address fear of failure and how to overcome it. What if fear of failure stops you from doing the most important things, the things God wants you to do? God has designed you for unique purposes that are important to His kingdom and for what He wants for people around you. If your human fears are keeping you from doing kingdom tasks, it is time to take a look at how to move beyond your fears. Make the video, so what if you make 99 awful videos? You are 99 videos better than the person that is afraid to make the first one. Take action and do it scared if you have to. I want to share 3 ways to overcoming this fear of failure. The first one is seek God's guidance. The first step in moving forward God's way is to seek God's guidance. It's okay to make sure you heard His voice correctly. You might even want to read through the account in Judges 6. Gideon took time to converse with God and make sure that he was in firm footing, that he was in the right place at the right time. Did God really want him to lead the efforts to defeat the Midianites? Sure enough, it was really God's voice, and God really did want him to do this very hard thing. What really hard things are you facing that you know you're called to do, but you're paralyzed by the fear of failure to do them? Comment below, I'd love to know. Now notice that going through this step of seeking God's guidance will bring you great peace. When we see Judges 6:22 and 24, it reads, reads, "Then Gideon perceived that he was the angel of the Lord. And Gideon said, 'Alas, O Lord, for now I have seen the angel of the Lord face to face.' But the Lord said to him, 'Peace be with you. Do not fear, you shall not die.' Then Gideon built an altar there to the Lord and called it 'The Lord is Peace.' To this day it still stands at Ophrah and belongs to the Elberites." The next strategy to overcoming your fear of failure is to move forward with trust. Now that you know God is asking you to do this thing, it is time to step out in faith. This is the hardest part. Remember, you have grounded yourself in the fact that God wants you to do this task. You felt the nudge about, you now know that what God has asked you to do is obtained by Him. So it is not because of your own efforts that this goal will be accomplished. It is because of what God will do in you and through you. But it's on Him, got it? You see in 2 Corinthians 12:9, it says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in your weakness." Yes, we are inadequate for many tasks. This is the exact point, only God's adequacy. His sufficiency can accomplish so many things that He desires for us. I'm convinced that a good amount of my fear of failure is not trusting God with the outcome. If God had asked me to do something, the outcome is not up to me. It is up to God. Oh, if I could only fully trust Him for every single thing and not take so much of the responsibility upon myself. And then the third and final strategy for overcoming a fear of failure is ask yourself, what if you fail? No, seriously, think about it. What's the worst case scenario of if you fail at doing this that you want to do? So you invest your time, resources, efforts into starting a business and it completely tanks. Well, the good news is that failure is a lesson to be learned and you can try again. His mercies are new every morning and God shall supply for all of your needs, all of your needs. Money is just a currency, a tool to be used. Stop viewing finances like they are absolute. Stop viewing finances as a means to worry and stress and the sole reason you do what you do. If you truly believe and trust God and that He will supply your needs according to His riches, then ask yourself again, what if I fail? I think the root question and lie at the source of your fear of failure is this: what will people think of me if I fail? What if I am not capable or smart enough to pull off this thing? What if my fears hurt other people? Stop wasting your time worrying about the opinions of others and start focusing on the opinion of God and what He thinks about you. Now, in closing, I just really hope you grasp the fact that you don't have to fear failure because every failure is a lesson to be learned. Every failure is a new opportunity to be one step closer to your dreams and be one step closer to the character building and person that God has created you to be. Now, as always, friends, if you're getting content, if you're getting fed and enjoy what this podcast and what these videos are about, then please leave us like, subscribe, comment, share this with a friend on your social media, leave a review on iTunes or wherever you listen to this, if it's listening that you're doing. And above all else, just know that I love you, friend. I'm praying for you. Now let's go live better than best we conquer this week.